help. And something button in the shelf. Don't act like you were been all by myself. I don't know the words to songs anymore. Just they get stuck in my head. It's weird that a song could get stuck in your head, but all the information cannot be there, like the wording. How does the wording not come? I don't know what that is. That what's his name? You hate me and baby, I don't know. Here's the other thing too. I don't know if it's Jelly Roll or if it's Post Malone. I have no idea. They're the same person to me. It was like this past year, Sabrina Carpenter, Taylor Swift, they all came out with albums at the same time. Every song I thought was a Taylor Swift song. Now I hear songs in the radio and I don't know if it's literally that could be Post Malone or Jelly Roll. I have no idea. I like them both. Not as much as Dave Matthews, but I don't know. I have no idea. And clearly, I can't tell the difference between Gwen Stefani and Gwyneth Paltrow. I can't tell the difference between that ever. I'm losing my mind, and it's because of Meghan Markle, which we should really make Meghan great again. That would be an amazing. We might make this T-shirt because I might need it. I don't know if we're gonna sell it, but we might have to make the "Make Meghan Great Again" T-shirt just so that I can wear it, just so I could buy it and wear it. You know, dude, you have no idea. 42 has been a rough year for the brain fog. I don't know where my memory went, but I know it's not here anymore. I know it's not here. I also was complaining to my wife. I don't know if you can see this, but my hair peak ain't peaking as much as it used to. It used to be like up here. Now it's like down here. This is like up here. Now it's down here. It's 41, 42, 41, 42, 39, 41, 42. The next thing you know is going to be gone, and I'm going to be really in a world of trouble. All the gray over here, I mean, I just can't. I can't even take it. I told my wife the other day, I go, the mirror is broken. We got to return it. She comes running into the room. She goes, where is it broken? I go, I don't know who the fuck this is looking back at me, but this can't be me. It can't be. It's so... I'm going to look into that too. Believe me. This ain't the only thing not getting. Stop it. Stop. We didn't even start yet. Stop with the misbehaving. Just can't. Just cannot have that kind of, let's all behave. Let's all be on our best behavior for this. Listen, we're trying to turn it around. We're trying to make Meghan great again. It's not easy to say that. I can't believe I've gotten 3 out pretty clearly. But yeah, and then I said to my wife, I don't know, is it the gel? Is it, I don't know. Is it my hair? Is it the gel? I don't know what it is. Sometimes I like to put a little maple syrup in my hair. What do you think makes it? Did you guys? I watched Wedding Crashers the other night. I don't think I've seen Wedding Crashers in like a year, maybe 2. It has not been that long. I watched Wedding Crashers. I was howling. There's one point where they're arguing about who they're going to be, and Vince Vaughn goes, "Let's be Investment Brothers from Vermont, who owns a maple syrup conglomerate," and he was all excited. And the other guy is like, maple syrup. He's like, I love maple syrup. I put maple syrup in my hair. What do you think makes it stand up, Slick? Fucking Vince Vaughn. I don't know if we have an actor with better timing than Vince Vaughn. I just don't know. Speaking of actors, oh my God, did you see the Marvel trailer? Big flex from Marvel. Big flex. I'm going to play it for you. It's coming up. Plus, we'll touch base on the national security tech scandal. That continues. Oh my God. I thought we were done with Gwyneth and Meghan. We're not. This has got to be it, though. This has got to be the last episode for Meghan because I can't take it anymore. It's just that every time I think we're done, again, she pulls me back in. We did the whole Gwyneth Paltrow thing. Then they did a whole thing. And now we got to talk about it again. But this has got to be it. I cannot imagine Meghan Markle is on Friday's show. It cannot be possible. Can't. I don't see how it could be possible. LeBron James and Stephen A. Smith, and oh my God, the Joe Gatto thing, just that dude is spiraling. That dude is in trouble. All that and more coming up on this episode. Don't blame me, and honey, I blame you. I had some help. Something minimal by myself. What is that song? Does anybody know what the hell I'm talking about? Somebody help me, please. I desperately need help. Joe Gatto is doing all the celebrity got in trouble things wrong. He is just absolutely spiraling. Wait, did somebody say something really funny and I missed it in the chat? Oh my God. Was it Hegseth hair? I agree, Paul. Not a lot of people. Thank you, Mercury. I love you too. Stefani looks like a blow up doll, filler and lift. Oh my God. A lot of people in Hollywood are looking a little rough these days. Have we, I would love to go in and just hug some of the actresses and actors and hold them and go, you don't have to do this. I know you think it looks better, but it doesn't. It doesn't. There's a lot of collagen, a lot of just Nicole. You guys are distracting me. So this is the problem. Nicole Kidman. This goes back to my Wedding Crashers thing. Let's put Joe Gatto on the side for a sec. This episode is going to be all over the place. I watched the movie with Nicole Kidman on Netflix. Now I got to look it up. Anyway, it's with the really good-looking guy that he's in everything too. Nice and descriptive for you, right? It's Nicole Kidman. Let me see. Nicole Kidman, Netflix. She plays like a writer, and her daughter works for a celebrity. A Family Affair, it's called. Her daughter works for a celebrity who is Zac Efron. He doesn't play Zac Efron. He plays like a fake celebrity in the movie. Kathy Bates is in it. So I saw Kathy Bates in it, and I go, oh, I'm in. I mean, if I could watch a film of Kathy Bates brutally murdering my own family. If this was like, hey, here's Kathy Bates and she's murdering the whole entire Anthony family, I'd be like, I got to see that. I bet you this is going to be horrible for me personally, but I wonder. I want to see what her motivation is. I bet you she holds character the whole time. So I watched this movie. It's an hour and whatever. It sucked. It sucked so bad. I don't know what's happening with the streaming movies, but when was the last time you saw an amazing streaming movie? When? That comment right now. When was the last time you saw an amazing streaming movie? Shows, one thing. I feel like they're putting all the strength and effort into shows. The streaming shows seem to be a thing. Those are working. The streaming movies, I don't know. I can't remember the last time. Like I watched this A Family Affair. Again, it's Nicole Kidman and Zac Efron, and I should know the other person. Oh, Joey King. I think she's a big deal. Joey King, young actress. And I'm watching it. I'm like, I'm chuckling at moments. I'm like, this is cute. I'm like, I guess this is good. And then I put on Wedding Crashers because I haven't seen it in like a year and a half. And I'm howling and I go, oh no, this is what movies used to be like. Why were movies so much funnier before streaming? I really think there's something to the fact that they can't finance these things anymore. Nobody's going to the movies to see them. They can't pay the outrageous quotes for the actors and the great writers and the great directors on these streaming services anymore to make it good. And it seems like when they do, like when Netflix paid for The Irishman, which I still think is a great movie. I know that got like slammed. I still think that's an awesome movie. They gave them a ton of money. All of them. Scorsese, all of them got a ton of money. It's like, they're overpaying some people, not paying other people. I don't know what it is. The economics of Hollywood, I know, are in trouble. But all I know is I can't find a good friggin' movie on streaming anymore. Like none of it is good. Oh, I got a bone to pick with Frankie C. He made me watch the Poseidon Adventure. Didn't love. And usually Frankie C. He's usually pretty bang on. He's usually pretty good. And it was Hackman. Hackman was good. I liked Hackman. I don't know. It was like an hour and a half movie, and I'm like, do we need to tell the story? The boat flips over. Spoiler alert. Didn't we have a spoiler alert thing? The boat flips over. It's a 50-year-old fucking movie. The boat flips over, So now they got to go climb up to the bottom of the boat, which is now on the top. And then they're arguing with each other on which way to go. And then they run into another group of people who are going in the opposite direction. So they fight. And they fight some more. Then one of the ladies is like, I'm too fat to do this. I remember that part. I don't know why. And then Hackman's character dies. That's sad. And then they get out. I'm like, oh, okay. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Again, I don't know if I'm depressed over my hair. Not going to be up. Yeah, and they're singing the song. Is that where that song debuted from? Because it might be, and you can call me an idiot for not knowing that. But the morning after song is on in that movie, and I'm like, why is this in this movie? It seems strange, but maybe that's where it was released from. I don't know. Yeah, and I was like, I don't. It was okay. It was okay. I did watch the one with Gene Hackman the original, or is that not the original? I saw it. It was good. See, Mercury says I'm losing my marbles. You could be right. To be fair, I've gone through a lot of trauma in my personal life recently. I've been bombarded consistently with Meghan Markle material. So I'm trying to get over that. And then perhaps that's distorting my ability to even enjoy things that I love, like Gene Hackman. Maybe that is. I think I just need some detox. I need some time away. Speaking of which, Joe Gatto. Okay. So Joe Gatto over the weekend, again, we talked about this last episode, but I caught the girl who accused Joe Gatto of SA, right? We have to say that now because of social media. He immediately responds by commenting to Page 6 on Sunday. I'm like in the middle of this TikTok algorithm on all this stuff, and I see that he's responded to Page 6, and I go, that's way too soon. That's too early. Because now if something else comes out, where do you go? What you don't have any more cards to play. Sure enough, 15 minutes later or whatever, somebody else comes out and accuses him of something. Now people are reaching out to him again. Now what are you going to say? You've already released your statement that you would never do that to anybody. You would never SA somebody, but you were also not nice to people, and you're going to figure out things and whatever. Well, fast forward to Wednesday now, and he's canceled his tour, and he pulled one of the oldest tricks in the books, which is I'm admitting myself to a facility to seek help. That was his statement today. Let me give you the exact statement here. Hold on a second. Having taken some time to reflect, Monday and Tuesday, I've decided to voluntarily enter an inpatient program to continue working on myself. An inpatient program. What does that mean? What does that mean? What are we blaming your troubles on? Alcoholism? Drugs? Because it kind of just seems like maybe you're an asshole. Maybe you're an asshole and you weren't raised properly by your parents and you take it out on women now. I don't know. Maybe that's it. Maybe it's not the drugs or the booze or the comedy lifestyle, the traveling. Maybe it's none of those things. Maybe you're just a dick. Is there a rehab for asshole-itis? I don't know. Assholism? What would you call it? I'm pretty sure there's not, because if there was, I'm pretty sure my wife, my parents, and everybody I've ever known would have had me committed already. They would have gotten a warrant or whatever to have me committed to assholism rehab. I would have been there if that was the thing. Yeah, Bird, saying SA rehab, like what, because I don't think I've ever heard him say he's an alcoholic. Maybe he is. I don't think I've ever heard him say he's a drug addict. I don't know. Maybe he is. Maybe some of those things led to this behavior. Possibly. Like I say the same thing to myself all the time. I go, I'm not going to have any cake tonight. And then I have a couple of drinks. And then I'm like, we should order 6 cakes. You know what I'm saying, Jay Sabs? That shit happens.
What kind of cakes?
Whatever. Any kind of cake I can get my hands on. You know, sometimes
I don't think that cake and alcohol really go well together.
it's true.
Well, unless you're drinking espresso martinis.
Mm, I think the espresso martini time is starting to end.
Yeah. What do you wait? Hold on a minute.
Yeah.
I feel like deja vu. Like we talked about Joe Gatto already. We talked about Gwyneth and Meghan. Well, I left abruptly, and I think that's it. Oh, and we talked about the tech scandal. So slow news day. Okay. Um.
A little bit of a slow news day. Well, the Joe Gatto thing is new. He's putting himself into an inpatient program, whatever that
For
means.
what?
He didn't say. He didn't say. Sent the
I want.
statement to.
I'm going to make two bold statements.
Love it.
First statement. I don't really believe. I don't. I'm on his side because the girl knew what she was. The girl knew what she was going for. Okay. And statement number two. He definitely has a huge penis.
Joe Gatto, you think? Oh,
Yes.
this is, see, I know what's happening here. He has gray hair and he's kind of old. You have a crush on him. Is that what it is?
No. But he. What do you? He's way out of my league. He's way too young.
Oh, okay. I was going to say. I was going to say J Sabs because he is not too good looking for you. That is completely false. You are wonderful. You could nail better looking, or I should say, older looking men than him.
I'm trying to think out which Impractical Joker would I do.
Oh, that's a great question. Which Impractical Joker would you do? I love that. I'd like an answer from everybody that likes to do things with
Impractical
penises.
Jokers.
Yeah, or yeah, sure. Everybody answer in the comments below. Who's the most adorable? I think you know who I'm rooting for. What's the kind of fat guy's name? Q. Bless your heart, Bird. There you go. Q. See, that makes me feel like there's hope in the world.
Oh yeah. I just out of everybody, he seems like the less assholey one.
Q.
No, Joe Gatto with his huge
Oh,
penis.
oh, really? I think he's the biggest dick out of all of them.
Oh no, definitely not.
Oh no, he's very okay. You know, how could I say this politely? There's a certain kind of person, like Frank's family, right?
Mm-hmm.
His dad, Uncle Narf. I mean, Uncle Narf's is sweet. By the way, his dad's a sweetheart too. But there's this kind of like when you hang with Frank's family, like his dad, Narf, they're from Brooklyn, you know, and I don't know if a lot of people can catch this because they just feel New Yorkers. But when you are a New Yorker, you know, like the Brooklyn personality. It's a little bit different than everybody else's.
Right.
You know, so they're cunning, they're quick, could be very funny, could be ruthless at times. They can have little different, you know, itty bits and things like that. Joe Gatto reminds me of somebody that is in Frank's family, like just that not Sheepshead Bay, Marine Park, like just fucking just got it at it, like a little on the snippy side, could be a little bit, you know. I just have that feeling from Joe Gatto.
Oh no, no, no.
Yeah. Okay, so give me I want you to eliminate. I don't want you to say who you would bang. I want you to eliminate one Impractical Joker at a time.
Me.
Yeah.
Hold on, I gotta look them up by.
Okay, there's Q, there's Sal, who Bird thinks is gay. Sal was doing a podcast with your boyfriend there.
Yes, I know.
DeStefano.
Mm-hmm.
Janine, there was a time where we almost got Chris DeStefano on. I almost broke my rule to get Chris DeStefano on. I never told you this.
No, you're lying to me right now.
No. We were coming close, and then I just never followed up on it.
Story of my life.
Yeah, we could probably still get him because he is a sweetheart of a guy, but we were close.
Why does Sal have to be gay though?
I don't know. Bird said it. Don't take it out on me.
Well, so it's funny because he knows that when you search is Sal and it comes
I lost you. Sorry. His name is Sal Vulcano, by the way. I don't know what happens when you search his. There you are. Say it again.
I said he knows when you search is Sal and it Google fills it in for you. Is Sal Vulcano gay?
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's what happens when you hang out with Chris Stefano so much.
Well, he says, I'm definitely gay.
Or actually, that's what happens when you hang out with any Malloy boy so much.
That's true.
You're just going to get that reputation. Yeah. All right. So come on. Sal, Joe.
Okay, I'm going to eliminate them one by one.
Q. Yeah. Or the skinny. What's the skinny guy's name?
Murr.
Okay.
Right away, I'm going to take off Q. Ugh.
Wow. Okay.
Then Sal.
Mm-hmm. Wow,
Then
Murr made it that far? That's Murr. I would have eliminated Murr first.
Then Murr. Then Joe.
So Joe's your guy. Joe, this is hard for you.
Yeah.
There you go.
Definitely hard for me.
You're going through some stuff right now. This is personal. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. Well, he's in an inpatient program, whatever that means. Do you think he's actually somewhere, or do you think he's just putting that out there and then he'll come back around again?
You there?
Yeah. Did you not hear what I said?
Nope. I don't know what's up with your internet or mine.
It could be mine. I don't know. I said, do you think he's really going somewhere, or he just said it? He's just like, this is the next thing to say, so people will leave me alone.
I'm sure he just said it.
That's what I think too. I think he's just saying it, and then he's like, hey, in 3 months, I'll announce a club tour again, and everybody will have forgotten all of this stuff.
Right.
That's just the new thing. The new thing now is never admit you're wrong. Just ignore everything, and it'll all play itself out.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, that's what the Republicans are doing now with the fucking national security text scandal. Let's go there next, because I know you love these topics. Why, Janine, can't they just admit that they fucked something up? I don't understand this. And here's the thing, and I don't want to make this a long topic, but you have everybody. They went Tulsi Gabbard, Frankie C's wife's ex-boyfriend, Kash Patel, and I don't know, some other dork. Maybe it was Mike Waltz. I forget. They're in front of Congress and they're asking them like, hey, how'd this happen? No answer. Mm-hmm. And then they go, was there classified information? And they go, no. And then so Congress goes, okay, well, if there wasn't classified information, then can you just send us all the text? And they're like, there wasn't any classified information.
What?
And they go, okay, great. Can you send us a text? There wasn't any classified information. Like, that was literally how they answered all the questions. And I'm watching it and I'm going, if there really wasn't, just give them the text messages. Like, what's the difference?
Very strange.
Yeah, and then they're mudslinging the guy from the Atlantic. Okay, fine. If he's a shitty guy, whatever. But he's another one. Jeff Goldberg is his name, not Jeff Goldblum. He's a national treasure. Jeff Goldberg, he goes, boy, they keep denying this whole thing. Maybe I should release the full text messages. Well, then do it. You know, if you're, right. I understand you're afraid to release confidential information, but either there was confidential information. First of all, they screwed up because they did this, and they should own up to it. I hate to say
we
this.
Made a mistake. That's it.
That's all. Say you made a mistake. The problem is Pete Heggs.
They're men and they won't admit to making a mistake. There we go. I solved it.
Right. Well, the other issue is Pete Hegseth was on Fox because he was a Fox News guy before he became the defense secretary. And he said during the Hillary scandal that she should have been let go immediately. And now,
really?
Yeah, now he can't admit to anything because he looks like a hypocrite, but he looks like a hypocrite.
Yeah.
Anyway, because he took this strong stance for one side, and now that it's happened to him, now it's suddenly okay. It's just like, I'm not buying this mudslinging on the reporter and all that other crap. Okay, whatever. But here's my point. If the reporter says, if Jeff Goldberg says he's got it, then put it out. Because then either you have it or you don't, and either you want to bury this administration or you don't. And it's not a political thing. It's about what's right for the country.
Right.
You know, I mean, again, we went through the emails with Hillary. She was wrong. She skated it. She made it through. And by the way, it was Trump who took his foot off the gas pedal with her because they were such old dear friends, and he donated a lot to her. And then when he kicked the shit out of her, he decided to leave her be after his administration. He could have went after her if he wanted to for the emails. He chose not to.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're all sitting there going, and then Trump today goes, oh, maybe Signal's defective. No, maybe your administration is defective. I'm sorry. And I think I've been pretty fair to them and given them the benefit of the doubt the whole way, giving them a chance. And I still am. I'm still giving the current administration a chance. I believe in supporting the administration no matter who it is. Okay. But when you make a big mistake like this, put on your big boy pants, fire the person responsible, and move on. That's all. And you don't even have to fire Hegseth. This Mike Waltz guy, who nobody knows who the fuck this is, let him take the fall. He was the one who invited the guy. Be like, hey, it's a big mistake. I'm sorry, but you got to go. You signal to the rest of your administration, nobody else fuck up like that. You know, because now you're setting a precedent that they could all do whatever the hell they need to do, and Big Daddy's going to stand behind them. You know, and that's not the way it should be.
Big Daddy, as in
Trump.
Trump.
Big Daddy will save me. Just call me Big Daddy.
I am Big Daddy.
I am Big Daddy. Big, huge daddy. So I feel like we're in a game of chicken. Somebody just released it already. If I was the reporter, here's my thing. If I'm Jeff Goldberg and I have it, I go on Twitter and I go, guess what, everybody? You've got 48 hours to say that you did this, or I'm putting it out.
Ooh.
That's it. You got 48 hours to fire somebody for this, Waltz or Hegseth or whoever. If not, I'm putting it out.
Ooh.
Done. Because if he doesn't have it, then he should have to eat the shit that comes along with that.
Yeah, don't say you have it.
Yeah. You want to do Gwyneth and Meghan, or you want to do LeBron and Stephen A. Smith? I know you're a big sports person, big basketball fan.
What's going on with LeBron?
So LeBron, good choice, J Saps, because I got art for this. You know what they say in the newspaper business? If you got some pictures and video to go along with it, you got art, baby. That's what you got. LeBron and Stephen A. Smith. So Stephen A. Smith loves to annoy the shit out of everybody, including LeBron James. LeBron James's kid got drafted into the NBA this past year, and now he's playing with LeBron James. So, LeBron James. So Stephen A. Smith was shitting all over LeBron James and Bronny James, who was LeBron's kid, because Bronny James stinks. He's not that great. He's not having a good year. He's certainly not LeBron, right? So Stephen A. Smith shits all over him. And then a couple of weeks ago, we'll credit House of Highlights for this clip here. But I mean, everybody and their brother has this. I don't know who had the original one because everybody's stolen it and posted it. But LeBron goes and confronts Stephen A. Smith courtside before one of the Laker games. Take a look. It's on your screen right here. There he is talking about, don't fucking talk about my kid. I'm going to fuck you up next time. Gives him this shit and just walks away from it, right? Not a great confrontation. So the next day, Stephen A. Smith goes on and he explains what happens. And he goes, yeah. He goes, he was upset with me. He goes, but, you know, he's like, I didn't want to say anything back to him because I realized I was talking to a father in that moment. And he's like, I don't have a problem with the father here defending his son. He's like, I have a problem with the son being not an NBA player, and LeBron is forcing the Lakers to have him be on the NBA team. So that was a whole fucking thing. So that was a couple of weeks ago, and LeBron doesn't say shit until today when he goes on Pat McAfee's show and basically calls out Stephen A. Smith for all the shit that he said. Oh, we might get hit with an ad here. Hold on a second.
Oh.
Look at this dweeb. What is he selling? Oh, homeowners in this zip code. This is the new thing. Everybody's got to have solar. Oh, if you live here, we got to get you fucking solar.
I don't want it. I don't care about it. I don't understand why I get cold every day for it.
No, it's nonstop with all this crap. Nonstop. Anyway, LeBron goes on goes on the Pat McAfee show, which is on ESPN, which is where Stephen A. Smith is also on. And Pat McAfee asks him about it, and this is LeBron James's response.
Hey, legit, that feels like a moment that had been brewing for a long time.
He's like on a Taylor Swift tour run right now.
Oh yeah, we're watching it. Yep. We're all seeing it.
Oh yeah,
you're seeing it as well.
He literally.
He's talking about Stephen A. Smith is on a Taylor Swift tour because he is. He's literally gone on almost every other sports talk show to talk about LeBron James confronting him courtside.
It started off with, I didn't want to address it.
Yeah, sure.
I didn't want to address it. I wasn't going to address it, but since the video came out, I feel the need to address it.
You would be not to talk about it.
Are you kidding me? If there's one person that couldn't wait to the video to drop so you can address it, it's your ass. Like seriously, it's and like another, he completely like missed the whole point. The whole point. Never would I ever not allow people to talk about the sport, criticize players about what they do on the court. That is your job to criticize or to, be in a position where, okay, if a guy's not performing, that is all part of the game. That's all part of the game. But when you take it and you get personal with it, it's my job to not only protect my damn household, but protect the players, and I think a lot of the media, including him, and I know he's gonna be happy as hell. He's gonna be smiling from ear to ear when he hears me talking about him again. Oh my God, he's gonna get home and grab some ice cream out of the fucking freezer and sit in his chair in his tighty whities on the couch.
I hope at some point you two do get a chance.
Like,
but you're
like,
right.
dude, like relax, bro. Like relax.
So, I mean, he's not wrong, I mean, media people eat this shit up, So that was LeBron on Stephen A. Smith, who, and by the way, this is exciting. This is fun. I'm not a basketball fan. I never watch this stuff, but I care about this. Like, I want to see the little dust up.
Not cool, right?
Who's not cool?
I don't think it's cool that because he keeps bothering him.
Stephen A. Smith, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's a tough thing for any dad to hear, like, hey, your kid sucks. Like that. Yeah. That's never gonna be easy to hear.
No. I wouldn't be happy with that.
No, and I don't know who hates their children more, you or me. It's very close.
That's true.
But then you get that thing where you're like, oh, your kid is this, and you're just like, what? What the fuck did you say? Like, I would have knocked his block off.
Oh yeah, no, because then like I see fucking red.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, could you? I don't know how much LeBron has, but I mean, I would imagine somewhere around 500 million. I feel like he's very well paid.
He definitely has a lot of money.
Why wouldn't you hit? Like, I would be, if I had the money to pay off people that I hit, I would be hitting a lot more people.
Right.
And this one, this one would have been great. This would have been so sweet. Like, I don't know what this would have been worth, 50 million, 100 million. I would have been happy to write that check.
Woo.
And I would have wrote that check to him and been like, you cash this and feel like you won, but believe me, you will never have the feeling of what it felt like when my fist connected with your stupid, ugly fucking face.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. Sweet revenge. You know what the problem is with revenge Jay Sabs? I don't know if you feel this way because you have a hit list. You keep a list. Keep a mental list.
List.
Yeah. It's never as good as you want it to be.
No, I know.
Right. Sometimes it's easier to just let it go.
Yeah, right. Said no one ever.
Paul says Mike Walsh's Venmo contacts has just been released. Yeah. You know, it's weird. That Venmo is weird. You have Venmo?
You know what's funny? You're gonna laugh at me, okay? I just got it a few weeks ago.
Wow.
What am I, 72?
Welcome to 2025. It's great here.
It's very weird because you can see who pays who, and you're like, I wonder what they paid them for.
Yes.
You know?
Yes. I hate this. By the way, what were you doing? Were you still writing checks to people? What were you doing? Were you sending money orders?
Let's see. No, but hold on a minute. I just wonder, my friends. What does it mean, no friends yet? Oh no, this is weird.
That can't be you. You make friends with everybody.
Yeah, come on. What are you, nuts?
I immediately, it was about a year or two ago, I don't know, when I figured out how to turn off that Venmo show everybody what you're doing. Why does Venmo feel the need to share what you're doing with everybody you have ever known as a default?
Yeah, it's weird.
It's so weird. And I don't even know where they got the contacts from, because is it my phone? But it can't be. I feel like it's also Facebook, because I'm seeing people that I don't know personally.
Right.
Paying people, and it's like, thanks for sushi lunch. And I'm like, why is this a feed? Why is this a feed?
I know.
It's so weird.
It's very strange.
I think it's just to like catch idiots. Like who is that guy in Florida, that fuckface who paid the prostitute with the Venmo? I think it's to catch idiots like that. Who's the young senator, congressperson, shithead? Somebody.
You got the wrong person, buddy.
I know. Paul's gonna get it. Paul, Robin, or Miss Justice will be the first to this one. I guarantee it.
Wait, how come I can't see my friends now? That's weird. Where'd it go?
Paul wins. Matt Gates. Yeah, Matt Gates paid a prostitute on Venmo. Fucking guy. Well, there you go. Robin pointed to Paul's answer first, so he still gets some credit. Yeah, I don't. It's so weird. Mercury says, I hate Venmo just for that. Like, whose idea was that? Like, oh, we got to have a feed on there. We got to make sure people know what other people are paying them for.
Right.
But I do find myself, okay, so a guy I worked with, like literally 20 years ago, paid, I think it was like $370 to somebody. And I was just like, what is this for? And it took me like for 45 minutes it took me out of my day for 45 minutes. Like, I was just like, what? I wonder what he's doing now. I'm like,
oh, that's weird.
Like, he was always up to weird stuff. Well, what is $370 for?
Right.
And there was no emoji.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people like to put like a little emoji, you know.
Oh yeah, exactly. Like
Which
like
is
I
hilarious.
usually use the like jerking off motion.
What's the jerking off motion? Is it emoji? I must have missed that one.
No. You know it. You just didn't know what it was for.
Yeah, probably.
Remember when we fought? Maybe it wasn't on here, but we definitely fought about this at work, and it was like an open discussion. The peach emoji. Is it butt or is it vagina?
Oh my God. Can I tell you something? I swear to God, I was just about to ask you that same thing.
I know. Wait, hold on 1 minute. I got someone calling me. Hold on.
Okay. Isn't that weird? I feel the same way. I don't know if peach is a butt or a vagina. I have no idea. Because it feels like it should be a vagina.
Yeah, I know. But the gay guy at work was like, it's definitely butt. I don't even know what you guys are talking about. And he was like laughing so hard. I'll never forget that day. We were in a team meeting with the owner of the company. And we're like, is it vagina or is it butt? I'm like, it's definitely vagina. And he's like, no, it's a butt. So yeah, good job.
Here's why I think it was a vagina. And I think I'm wrong. I think it is a butt. Because I don't know if you remember this, but New York people might remember this. On Queens Boulevard, there was a famous diner called the Georgia Diner.
Yes.
And the Georgia Diner, boy, let me see if we can find a picture of this. The Georgia Diner, Queens Boulevard. This would be amazing if I could find a picture of this. Because people are not going to believe me when I tell them these things. Okay, I don't know. I do have a photo, but I don't know if this is going to be
worthy.
Okay, maybe this one is. Okay. All right, let me open this up for everybody.
What? 1 minute. I'm working. I'm working.
Okay. I found it. And I'm glad I did because
I'm not on mute. Sorry.
No, it's okay. Nobody was going to believe me if I didn't find this. The reason why I associate it because the Georgia Diner had a peach logo, and the peach logo looked like a vagina.
What?
So much so that everybody used to call that place the Vagina Diner.
The Vagina Diner.
The Vagina
Let
Diner.
me see. Let me see it. The Vagina Diner.
The Vagina Diner. So this isn't a shot at night. I know it's kind of hard to see, but look at the middle of the peach. Look at the black part. The empty space.
You got to zoom in.
I don't know if I can. Wait, hold on. Let me see if I can. Oh, I kind of can. Yeah, I mean, it kind of just looks like a vagina in the middle of the. In the daytime, it was a little like you could. It just looked like a vagina. It just looked like a vagina. And we always used to
You should
amuse.
name that episode. It just looked like a vagina.
It looked like a vagina. We always used to amuse that it looked different on the proof that the sign company sent over, and then they put it up, and they were like, "Oh my god, it looks like a big vagina in the middle of Queens Boulevard." And then I was like, "We can't replace this; it's too much work," and they just left it.
Let's keep it.
Yeah. So and by the way, it wasn't even the best. It wasn't even the best food. The food stunk, but we were like, it was just like saying, "Let's go to the Vagina Diner."
Vagina Diner.
Yeah.
Do you hear this one fucking call me? I'm gonna lose my fucking mind in a minute.
Right in the middle of my Vagina Diner bit. It's upsetting.
Ellie, I'm talking about the Vagina Diner. Give me a minute.
Oh, don't say that to your child.
She said what?
Oh no, we're gonna. What do they call that? Child Protective Service. I'm gonna have CPS on the phone. Oh my god, the Vagina Diner. Do you remember the old days when you used to go to the diner at like 3:00 in the morning?
Yeah, right. I remember we used to spend $10. Now going to the diner is like $30 at least per person.
Oh my god, isn't it?
Back in my day, I have to go.
Go ahead. God, you got.
You hear her?
Yeah, you got to go do some parenting. You got some parenting to do.
No, she's pissed.
Tell her about the old days of the Vagina Diner. We used to be able.
All right, Ellie, and I'll tell you a story about the Vagina Diner.
To be able to get a whole meal for $7. It was great. Oh my god. I'm telling you, man, I'm having a real, I'm having, I don't know, is this what a midlife crisis is? Because I was just thinking about the other day, I ate something that didn't agree with me, and I was like sick for a day and a half. And I was thinking about when we were younger, we used to leave the house at 11 o'clock, get into the city, get into Manhattan at midnight, drink foolishly. Beers and tequila shots and cocktails. Leave the city at 2:30, 3:00 in the morning, be completely hammered. Go find a diner, whether it was the Vagina Diner or the Glendale Diner or the Cross Bay Diner. Order mozzarella sticks and potato skins and vanilla milkshakes. Pound a bunch of food. Go home. Sleep for an hour and a half, get up and go to work and be fine. And now it's like if I have a piece of lettuce that is slightly browned, in the middle, it's not bad per se, but it's just turning that first little shade of brown. I'm out of commission for a day and a half. I'm out of commission. Cannot move. Can't be done. It's insane. It's insane how fast you just get old and you fall apart, and then you wake up next day and then your hair doesn't stick up as much as it's supposed to. Funny, I did the same thing, but I went to Brooklyn L'Amour. Was that Brooklyn L'Amour? Am I saying that right? Because it doesn't feel like I'm saying that right. I would love to hear everybody's 3:00 in the morning diner. Although, did that not happen? Like, Robin, I would love to know in Idaho, where you live, where, like, because people just don't, places just don't stay open that late. Typical Bridge and Tunnel. We were Bridge and Tunnel, dude, hardcore. Like, an adventurous night for us was staying in Queens or Brooklyn. Because if you went to the city, you knew you were having a good time. The city was there's going to be fun, maybe a little danger, maybe somebody gets killed, carjacked, whatever. Like, but you knew you were in for, there was going to be a story come tomorrow. It was going to be good. When we decided we're going out late, but we're staying in our own borough, that's when really tricky shit started to occur. Like, you just didn't know what you were in for, because it could have been a wild, crazy night, carjackings and murders. It could have been. But also sometimes you would walk into the place that you knew was just always just packed and mobbed, and you could walk in there and there would be 6 people in there. There would just be 6 people, and you just kind of standing around, and you realize, boy, clubs are really not fun when they're not filled. When you used to go to a club and you're like, there's too many people, this is terrible. And then try going to a club that's empty. It's worse. It's even worse. And then your just whole night is ruined. And then you're just like, I don't know. Now it's fucking 11. Should we go into the city now? Because it's really late to go. It was just, and then you have that thing, and then like maybe 2 people come, and you're like, oh, is it getting started, or should we leave? Should we stay? Feels like a weird, It's funny. I was talking to Frank about cruises. I remember when I was a kid, 8th grade or whatever, you couldn't go into like the dance clubs and shit like that at a certain hour because it was for the adults, But I remember like my older cousins were on the boat, and we were like bouncing from bar/club area to other bar/club area on the boat. And they were leaving all the lame ones until they found one that was packed. And I remember thinking to myself, why is this one packed? It's all they're all playing the same music. It's all the same trick. We're all on the same friggin' boat. Yet one place is hopping and the rest are dead, and there's just no explanation as to why. It's like, why did all those people meander over to the same area the whole time? I could never make any sense of that, I mean, it's the same thing too. You used to go to clubs and like bars and stuff like that. There was a rock club. You just go to those places, and sometimes you're like, this place is so cool. Why is it fucking empty? Why is nobody here enjoying this? It seems like strange. Anyway, the vagina dina. That's the thing to take away from this episode. If you're going to take away anything, take away the vagina dina. Because that was it back in the day, my friends. That was what was happening. Speaking of back in the day,
I genuinely do not.
We're going to reminisce a little bit, because I thought we were done talking about Meghan Markle. It's my goal in life to never talk about Meghan Markle again, if I can. And here we are talking about Meghan Markle again, because last episode we talked about how superior Gwyneth Paltrow was, right? She was already doing the lifestyle thing. She's already an actress. She's already super successful. She's got the business going. Like, she's got the lifestyle brand. Goop is, I don't know, a magazine. I think I saw her doing a podcast episode the other day. Yeah, she had, I think Goop is a podcast too, because she had Nikki Glaser on. I'm a big Nikki Glaser fan, so that's how it fell into my algorithm. So I don't know if it's a new podcast or an old podcast. I don't know. But I was like, oh, if Netflix, because I feel like Netflix is using Meghan Markle too. Because there's no way you would put something that shitty and awful on your air for no reason, right? A, they're paying her a lot of money, because B, they want a piece of Harry and the royal family. Meghan is the afterthought in this scenario, but they have to deal with Meghan because Harry can't do shit like this, right? And so they make a deal with her to, okay, we'll put you on a show, we'll give you a lifestyle show, even if it's dog shit, but we get a piece of everything you sell, which, by the way, I think is a bad business move. Because if you're doing a lifestyle brand, why would you want to give a piece back to somebody? You know, I guess they're helping you promote it and everything, but you know, I'm sure, like, for instance, Gwyneth launched her brand and didn't give a piece back to anybody. She figured it out on her own. She had enough, you know, saved up in her celebrity bank account to make it work. You know, she didn't bail out and lean on somebody else to help make it good. So anyway, Meghan makes a bad deal. Okay. All right. So we're wondering, why wouldn't they go after a Gwyneth Paltrow, somebody who's more established, if they're going to get a piece? And the answer to that is she wouldn't give it up to them, you know? But I went on and on and on about how much better Gwen Stefani was than, okay, I'm teasing it. I caught it that time. How much better Gwyneth Paltrow was than Meghan Markle. And then the story came up, was Gwen Stefani trolling Meghan Markle. And I liked that idea. I liked that the elder statesperson was like, fuck you, rookie. I know how to do this shit. You know, I don't know if she was trolling her or not really. We played the clip for you last episode. It's all over our social media if you want to see the clip. I don't know if she was or not, but people really seem to think that she was. And it started quite a stir, started quite a controversy. You know, people, the whole internet, they were buzzing about it, you know. I don't like this view. I can't get a good fucking, I don't know what, yeah, why do we even have this? Why do we even have this one? I don't like this view either, but okay. So Gwyneth Paltrow is on Instagram and she puts asks me a question. And so somebody asks her, are you comprehending the Meghan Markle beef that social media says you two have? And Meghan answers it, and take a look at what happens. I'm going to get whacked with a net. What the fuck was that?
Ozempic?
I genuinely do not understand this at all whatsoever. Do you understand this? I genuinely do not understand this at all whatsoever. Do you understand this?
She goes, I genuinely do not understand this at all. Do you understand this? She looks over and Meghan Markle is eating. So they were in on it together. I haven't felt this betrayed since Macho Man turned on Hulk Hogan when I was like 8 years old. You know the kind of hurt. You know, when you're like, how could Macho do that to the Hulkster, to Hulkamania? You know, and you're just a little tyke and you're taking your vitamins and saying your prayers and all that shit he used to say. I don't know. You know, and then fucking Macho Man hits him with a chair when they were tag team partners, and you're like, what happened here? Why could you're 8 years old, and for the first time you're saying, how could the world be so cold? That's how I feel right now. Worse. It's worse because I'm an adult and I should be adjusted and be able to handle my own feelings, but I can't. I really can't. I can't believe Gwyneth Paltrow would do this to us. You know, I really can't. All right, Paul, it's not that I'm going to kick Paul out of the podcast. I'm just going to quit. I'm just going to quit doing this altogether. Okay. If I ever find out that Meghan Markle is touring with Dave Matthews, I don't know what I would do. I'd rather find out that my mom was cheating on my dad. I don't know what could be the worst thing that you could possibly hear. It would be that Dave Matthews is touring with Meghan Markle. Oh my God. If Dave Matthews shows up on Meghan Markle's show again, this is like the time I shit on Jake Tapper, and then Dave Matthews is like, you know who I love is Jake Tapper. And then like wore a Jake Tapper shirt that Jake Tapper drew. Do you remember that? That was the last time I was like this devastated. Like that was heartbreaking, but also I got the humor behind it, the timing of it all, you know? Let's pause, make sure Mercury's okay. I don't want Mercury choking to death over this material. Oh my god. Oh my god. Could you imagine if Meghan Markle was playing tambourine? That is the that's the instrument. That's what she would play. Just the fucking unmiked tambourine just up there like, "Oh man, I'm really contributing to the song." Nobody can hear you, tambourine player. No, but they give the tambourine to the person who they don't want to give the mic'd up instrument to. You know what I'm saying? First King the Villages. Oh my god. I feel like Paul you should finish this show. I've got clearly nothing. I don't have what you got right now. You got all the jokes, my friend. Can I say something though without sounding like an obsessed asshole? I don't even think Meghan does this well. Like Gwyneth sells it so well, and Meghan, just look at Meghan, just watch Meghan's face. Why does this keep going to another fucking thing?
Serving of fruits, veggies,
I genuinely do not understand this at all whatsoever. Do you understand this? I genuinely do not understand this.
When she looks back annoys me because just sell the bit. Because she's not even a good actress. She's not good. She can't even do this good. Gwen does it really well. She sells it. But this other talentless hack, like she can't even.
I genuinely do not understand this at all whatsoever. Do you understand this? I genuinely
like she thinks it's so cool is what I think is driving me crazy. The look back.
do not understand this at all whatsoever. Do you understand this?
Like the way she looks back at her, like can't you just sell a bit? You talentless. No, Paul. No, it wasn't funny. It's cute. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's cute. When I saw it, I'm like, it's cute. I felt abandoned. I felt like I supported the wrong person. I felt betrayed. Because then what I started thinking today. I go, wait, do I even like Gwyneth Paltrow? Because I thought I had a problem with her too, but I can't remember. I can't remember if I hate her or not. So I went with it. I'm like, yeah, she's talented. She's great. Because there was something with Gwyneth Paltrow. Somebody I used to work for, like, not knew her, but their kids went to the same fucking pretentious, I have too much money school out in the Hamptons. Because Paltrow lived out there for a little while. I'm sure she's a sweetheart. I don't know. I can't remember. I can't. It's hard to remember who I don't like and who I do like. I like her now. It's fine. I like her better than Meghan Markle. That's what I think put her over the top more. I just can't believe, because the other thing too is it's like, oh, what are you in the cool club now and nobody else is in the cool club? Is that what it is? You guys just laughing it up there for all your money in your mansion and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But here's the thing. It's a cute idea. It's a funny bit. I bet you it wasn't Meghan's. I don't know how these two got together. Maybe we'll find out one day. Who knows? Maybe Gwyneth Paltrow did make a deal with Netflix, and that's the other part of it. I don't know. Maybe Gwyneth just feels bad for her and invited her on. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know how it all works. Her eating and looking away and going, I don't know, is the bit. Even if you break, like on SNL, that could be funny. So I don't even have a problem with her breaking and laughing over it. But the fact that she looks back at Gwyneth Paltrow, like, can't you just, you're on camera for 2 seconds. Can't you just sell the bit? Can't you just sell the bit? Don't break the bit. Yeah, okay, Mercury said it better than I could. She thinks it's clever and funny. And it's cute. It's cute, but she thinks it's like fucking great. You know what it is? She's getting over on everybody and she knows it. She knows it. She's riding that fucking husband of hers. She's just going to shove herself down America's throat and not care less if it's good or not. She's not going to, it's not going to matter to her. But I'm telling you, there's going to come a time. There is going to be a moment where Meghan Markle will fuck it all up. I guarantee it. She is going to go down harder than Haktua. Remember Haktua? Nobody knows where that poor girl is. She sold her soul out for some crypto money and she vanished and she's not been seen since. Nobody knows what the hell happened to Haktua. Fucking Haktua vanished quicker than, I don't even know, fucking David Blaine in a street magic exercise. She's fucking gone. Haktua has not been seen ever since. Meghan is going to fall harder than Haktua. You know? I don't even know what this is. Sanju says Meghan Markle did auditions for her Suits show and many Showa. She's so successful and she isn't a Nepo baby like others. Meghan's dad was a Z-list Hollywood lighting director. I don't even know what that means. Okay. I don't know what that means. I don't know what her dad has to do with any of it. Didn't she hate her dad? Didn't her dad try and sell tickets to her wedding? Can somebody look that up? I feel like I remember being on the air in New York here, talking about that story of Meghan Markle's dad. Like, was mad he wasn't going to be invited to the wedding, and then they invited him, and then he tried to sell the ticket. He was like selling come be my guest at the royal wedding kind of fucking thing. You know? Yes. Why you're supporting those hateful far-right racist MAGA Donald Trump supporter royalists? Meghan will never fall and will never disappear. Oh my God, I hope they can know. Sanju, me and you, buddy, we just don't see eye to eye on this Meghan thing. She's a talentless, just awful. She cannot host a fucking lifestyle show. She has no business doing that. She ruined her husband's life, the royal family. She pretends to be a victim for holding a suitcase. She stinks. You'll never convince me otherwise. I hate when people go, you support Matt. Like, just because we could call it like it is. You know, sometimes you call shit like it is. And Meghan Markle stinks. You know, and believe me, the Trump administration can get plenty of criticism from me when they deserve it, like they do for this stupid signal thing. You know. Oh, Paul's just digging me now. Meghan Markle will soar. Only way is up. He's saying she's not a Nepo baby. She earned her success. Let me think about this for a second. I mean, I guess so. She had to get the suitcase show somehow, right? She got the suitcase show. That's earning success. Stand there and hold the suitcase. Let me see you open the suitcase. Let me see you go like this. Okay. I mean, I guess she did that. So that's good. That's something. She definitely earned that. I guess it doesn't matter who your mother or father is to get the suitcase show. And listen, she turned the suitcase show into Suits. So good for her. But she was the worst part of that show. She stunk on Suits. I mean, Suits is a great show outside of her. She stinks on that show. I mean, she's I don't know. What was she even on that show? 6 on the call sheet? Like, just fade into oblivion where you should be. You know? Mercury, she's uber annoying. This has nothing to do with MAGA. Yeah, this is less MAGA, more MMGA. Make Meghan great again. All right, Sanju, we're getting past that time where I got to move on. What physical evidence you have to prove that Meghan Markle ruined her husband's life? Are you a conspiracy theorist with 0 facts? What? They don't fucking talk anymore. He was so close with his brother to the bitter end. They suffered through losing their mother. They don't speak anymore because she fucking went in there and torpedoed that family. What are people drinking? What, Sanju? What are you fucking drinking? What is it? Explain it to me. What is it about this woman that people go, no, she's great. She is great. I don't fucking understand it. I don't get it. I have never seen mediocrity defended so much. Never in my life have I seen somebody so talentless. Did you see her put the sprinkles on the blueberries? Why do I even, I'm not talking about this anymore. I can't do it. I can't do it anymore. She put sprinkles on blueberries. There was yogurt, right? Or whipped cream, whatever the fuck it was, right there. She put it on the blueberries. I get it. Listen, I get it. I have children too. They do normal, average, everyday things, and I make the biggest deal out of it. My daughter makes drawings. Sometimes they look like a house, sometimes they don't. I clap and tell her she did a great job regardless, no matter what. So I want her to grow up to be, a great person. I want her to believe in herself. I'm going to stop doing that though at a certain age. Maybe it's 16, maybe it's 18, maybe it's 25. I don't know. But at some point I'm going to say, hey, you got to deal with the real world now. At some point I'm going to sit my daughter down, my son too, and I'm going to say, you can't be putting sprinkles on blueberries anymore. It was cute when you were 7, but you're a full-fledged adult right now. Everybody knows sprinkles don't stick to blueberries. Okay? Everybody knows it. Okay? We can't be out here just cheering for mediocrity. It's batshit crazy behavior. It's crazy. It's nuts. She broke up that. Okay, this is really, I have to go. This is the last one. Sandra, I appreciate you being here for all of it. You don't know anything about beef sand fights? Somebody look up beef sand. What is that? I don't know what that is. Is that a misspelling or is like beef sand a thing? All I know is I would kill right now for a roast beef sandwich because that's what I thought of when I read beef sand just now. I'm just like, I hope we have some roast beef down in the fridge downstairs because I'd like to heat that up with a little bit of gravy and a little bit of American cheese, maybe even some onions if I have, throw it on a fucking hoagie roll and eat it until I forget all about how much time I put into Meghan Markle this evening. That would be the only thing that helped me. Oh, beef's end. Okay, thank you. See, I just started thinking about roast beef sandwiches. You can't blame me for that. I got a problem. You don't know anything about beefs and fights between. Now it makes sense. Okay, thanks everybody for walking me through that. Thanks to everybody for just giving me I'm dealing with a lot right now. Back to Sanju. You don't know anything about beefs and fights between both brother Prince Harry and William, even from before meeting with Meghan Markle. William is a eco-climate hypocrite who always rides helicopters. Okay. William is a friend of MAGA's and convicted twice, impeached Donald Trump. William is a far-right racist. Oh, okay. Okay, got it. All right. Sanju, what I want you to do is stick with the podcast. I want you to stick with this show. Because what we're going to do here, Sanju, is we're going to talk about the world in the lens of, is this good or is this bad? Is this genuine or is this bullshit? Because that's how we look at the world on this show. We don't look at the world and go, how can I make my left-wing agenda shine here? Or how can I make my right-wing agenda shine here? There's some days where Donald Trump's going to get it right. And there's some days where Donald Trump's going to be an absolute embarrassment. Okay? Just going to happen. He's the president. Okay. There's going to be an election in 3+ years. He's going to either win or lose. Let's hope he doesn't find a way to. Did you hear Bannon the other day? Oh, Bannon Bannon was on. All right, Sandra, I hope you stick with us because we're gonna give you the real world. We're not just gonna be like, oh, we're lefties, so we're gonna give you all the lefty stuff, and oh, we're righties. We're gonna call it like we see it. Either it's bullshit or it's genuine. And I'm sorry, but Meghan is in the bullshit column right now. There's not a genuine bone in her body. She fucking sucks. I would tell you to go to hell, but I'm a genuine person, and I want you to stick around and get a real look at the world. You are not a centrist moderate. You're a left winger. You came in here talking all kinds of shit about we support MAGA. You can find 1,000 shows about me shitting all over Donald Trump. 1,000. I mean, everybody can attest to that. It's just not true. So, you gotta open up your mind a little bit. I can't talk to people who are so close-minded and only on one side. It just doesn't work for me. But I think you should stick with us because I think you will be happier in life when you let a lot of that stuff just go. You got to let some of that shit go and just live your life and look at the world not through the lens of a political party. That's the worst thing you could do as a person because they don't give a shit about you. So why are you fighting so hard for them? You got to stop it, man. You got to get out of that. You're going to be happier. Believe me, if I was a doctor, I would prescribe you this podcast 3 days a week. You're going to laugh sometimes. Trying. But you're going to enjoy yourself a bit more. It's easier just calling out people's bullshit. It really is a lot easier that way because the whole political thing is bullshit. So you got to let that go. Yeah, I think he does think I'm from Staten Island. That's the worst part, Paul. That's why I'm so aggravated and insulted right now. Where was I going to go here? Shit. I was gonna wrap up Sanju and go to a whole nother point. Now I can't fucking remember what it was. Oh my God. Was it roast beef sandwiches? It might have been. I can't tell anymore. I just can't tell anymore. I can't go back to anymore. I can't. I can't go back to the comments. I really believe that. I really believe you gotta let this shit go. Like I'm gonna let Meghan go. This is it. Okay. Barring the fact that, what was I talking about? I just brought it up. Oh, okay. No, let's talk about this. We have to. Bannon's on some fuck show, right? And they ask him, they say, Fredo, Cuomo's brother, little Fredo, remember? So he's on Fredo's show and they're going, Fredo tells him, "Oh, I hear you're going to be you're like a front runner for president." Like people are talking about, no. Stone cold good. Stone cold. I wish I had a way to prove it to you. I don't know if there's much of a difference when I am and I'm not. I don't know if the thoughts are just as wacky. But Bannon's on the show. Fredo goes, "Hey, they're saying you're a candidate for president." Bannon goes, "I'm not. I'm going for Donald Trump." And so Fredo goes, "Come on, he can't run again. There's term limits. You got to say something." And Bannon goes, "We're working on that." And so Fredo goes, what does that mean? He's like, "Oh, we're working on the definition of term limit." Oh my God, my hands hit my face. I was just like, I can't. Because I believe them. I believe they are genuinely trying to figure out a way to keep him in office. And I'll be honest with you, I think he is there for the glory. There's something about Trump this time around that makes me think he doesn't want to continue beyond this. I think he thinks in his head he can fix the world in, I was going to say 4 years. I think he thinks in his head he can fix the world in 4 months. I think he thinks that. Which, listen, I hope this current administration does better. All right, the better that they do, the better we all do. Okay, you may not agree with all of his ways and whatever, and I certainly don't. But I'm rooting for them because I'm rooting for the goddamn country. But this idea that Bannon's behind the scenes working on the definition of term limits to see if they can squeak. I don't think Trump, before the election, I believed that Trump wanted to continue. If you would have asked me 6 months ago, if Trump wins, do you think he'll run for re-election again? I would have said yes, absolutely. In fact, I probably did. Now, though, I don't know. He's so mellow this time around. He's so like nonchalant with everything. Last time he was up for it. He's up for fights. He was mixing it up with people, and he's still doing that shit. I just think, I don't know. I don't, there's something about him where I just think, and here's why. Because if he admits that he's not running again, he becomes lame duck immediately. But if there's that inkling, that threat, that 0.000000001% that he's going to find a way to eke out another election, another campaign run, it changes the game, because the second they think that they can ignore him, he kind of loses all his power as a president. We've seen this happen every president in their second term. They're fire out of the gate the first 100 days, second term, maybe they get a year. Then the midterms start, and it's, can the president help me get elected for my Senate seat or my House seat? And then once that's done, once those midterms are done, nobody gives a shit about the president. He loses all his fucking sachet. I don't know. Loses all his power. Loses it. So I think that's why. I think that's why he doesn't want to talk about it, because I think he's going to get to the end and he's going to say, hey, I did what I had to do. I fixed the country and I'm done. And I think he's going to want to anoint somebody as his predecessor, or maybe he's not. Maybe if he just walks out and goes, I'm done. I did it all. There's nothing more I have to do. He gets to win. If he says, oh, hey, JD's the next guy or Marco Rubio's the next guy or whatever, and then they lose, it's a tarnish on his record. He picked a loser then. So I don't know. He might just, and Rhonda makes a good point. He'll say he's moving aside for his son. He might be. I forget. I don't know who it is. Don or Eric? Who's the brown one? The brown-haired one. I think he has lots of aspirations to run again. People were speculating, I think I was even, it would be a Vance presidency and a Trump Jr. vice presidency. So they could do 8 years that way and then turn it over to Trump Jr. for 8 years. Don's the brown one. Thank you. I go, who's the brown? Who's the blonde one? I don't know. I can't. I don't even have time to waste and say hair. You guys got it. Sniffy Don Jr. There you go. Yeah, Sniffles. Sniffles Jr. is going to he's going to run for it. Maybe. I don't know. Or maybe he gives it to Don and he just, he sits there in that senior advisor role, still, getting all the attention and shit. Who knows? Who the fuck knows? And maybe that's what Bannon means. But by the way, I'm not getting upset about it, Sanju. And this is something to take with you. You want to know why I'm not getting upset about it? I'm not letting them get to me. I don't give a shit. I'm not going to sit here and go, woe is me, because they know people, they know they can rile up people. And every time a liberal cries, a fucking Republican gets a boner somewhere. Okay. It's a game and we're all the pawns and I'm just not playing it anymore. Just not. No interest in it. None whatsoever. I really hope they fire somebody over there. I'm not one of these somebody should lose their job over something, but I think it kills the legitimacy of the administration if they don't say, hey, this guy fucked up and we're going to take him to task for it, But who knows? You don't want to fire anybody in this administration because you could wind up with fucking Meghan Markle in the next spot. And that would be even more devastating than anything. Oh, what is Meghan Markle going to do when we stop paying attention to her? That's the thing. See, I'm about to do to Meghan Markle what I've done with politics. Completely ignore it. Just wait for its time to go. Last bit of the podcast here. What a fucking flex from Marvel. They put out this teaser trailer. Chris Hemsworth, Vanessa Kirby. I don't even know who that is. Anthony Mackie, I know who that is. Sebastian Stan. It's all the seat backs to the, the chairs that you get when you're on on set, Paul Rudd. It's a minute and I don't know who Wyatt Russell is. It's a minute and a half of just one ridiculous name after the next. And it's all just to announce that they're filming a movie Florence Pugh is so hot. It's all to Kelsey Grammer is so hot. I'm just kidding. It's all to announce a movie that they've already announced. Do you know what I'm saying? Like they've already things are so shitty in the movie business right now that they had the big announcement that they're going to film Doomsday, right? And then the huge Patrick's do it. And then the huge announcement, Ian McKellen, Jesus. The huge announcement was we got Robert Downey Jr. And now they're just like, look at all the fucking stars we have. Get ready movies. Channing Tatum thinks Pedro Pascal, and there he is. Look at the Mac Daddy, Robert Downey Jr. And he gives you one of these. Shh, don't tell anybody. They literally passed like 50 chairs of just super A-list celebrities and Channing Tatum. And they just to announce that the fucking thing is in production. I've never seen anything like this. I have never seen anything like this. We got to announce we're doing a movie. Great. Oh, that went really well. What can we do next? I don't know. Announce that we're starting to film the movie. Great. Do it. What are they going to announce next? We've decided to do a rewrite in Act 1. Here's the announcement. How desperate are we for Marvel movies? It was just the golden era just 10 years ago with these Marvel movies. And now they've all fallen off altogether. And I don't know if this is the last gasp. I don't know if we're going back to greatness here or if we're just grasping at straws that aren't there anymore. And I feel the same way about my hair. You know, is it just a bad hair day? Is it just gel? Or will it really start sticking up higher like it used to? I don't know. I'm falsely hoping it's the latter, but I know it's not. I don't hate liberals. Okay, Sanju's last point of the night. I don't hate liberals. It's just that you guys are the biggest losers at the moment. That's all. Don't take it personal. Here's the thing, Sanju. Wait 5 minutes. And what I mean by that is wait 2 years, maybe 3 or 4. And then we'll be talking about how much the Republicans fucked everything up. And then the Democrats will be in there going, we're going to save everything. And then we'll be here going, let's give the Democrats a try. Right? Just like we were 4 years ago. It's the same thing. Aren't you tired of this? Sanju, how old are you? Because I'm 42. I have seen this movie before. Okay? Right now, the Democrats are in the toilet because they fucked up this election royally. And the Republicans are on top. And everything they do is great. And that pendulum will swing back around the other way. And then all the Democratic people will feel wonderful and be like, look at what a great job we're doing. And I'll be sitting here going, let's support the new Democratic person. Let's give them a chance. And then all the right-wing people will be like, this guy's such a dick. And then another 4 years will pass. And I'll be saying the same thing for the opposite side. And then those same liberals that cheered me on will go, this guy's a dick. You know, eventually it'll go on and on and on until all the sides finally realize, hey, this guy's just a dick. All right. Have a wonderful evening. I hope you guys have the most amazing Thirsty Thursday possible. I hope everybody gets blackout drunk. Sanju, I hope you stick with us and learn that we're here for your own good. Okay? Hold on, I gotta fix something. Hope you realize that your old pal Ant doesn't have anything vested in the game. Which is why I don't give a shit about Republicans or Democrats. None of them put money in my pocket, so they can both go fuck themselves. I'm going to call it like I see it. When one of them does something good, I'll say. When one of them does something shitty, I'll say. Like the signal thing is shitty. They should just fucking fire somebody and move past it. You know what I'm saying? That's it. And I think if you stick with us, Sanju, I think you'll find yourself to be really happy. You'll find it to be refreshing that you don't have to move over to your side when a new issue pops up. Oh, here's a new issue. How should I feel about this? Because my little clan, my little crew, a little Republican or Democrat, whatever, feels this way, so I got to feel that way. You'll feel so much better about it. Believe you me. Mercury, I love you for saying that, but don't worry, my confidence is never strained. Shout out to all the AOA holes out there. You guys were great. Paul, Robin, everybody was brilliant tonight. Christella, Mercury, Christina.
Potato salad.
You guys are the best. I'll see you next episode.
Maybe we should go now.
Just Friday.
Go ahead.